Am I going to introduce this one?
I thought you were the interviewer.
Okay. So, good morning and happy New Year's Eve day. My name is Ged from Fabulous Flix, and today I get to hang out on the Rogue Leader channel, and I thought rather than diving into Star Wars, I would metaphorically dive into you.
Oh.
Do you see what I did there?
Sounds dirty.
Yeah, I feel like there should be an Austin Powers thing. Like, do I make you Randy, baby? Anyway, so we're going to talk about a year in review of the Rogue Leader. So we're going to
6 months in review.
6 months. Yeah. So I guess first things first is you said you started this 6 months ago. So do you remember the day of your first shoot and what did you shoot?
Yeah. So my whole purpose of starting the YouTube channel was I wanted to get good at video editing because my wife has her own business and eventually will lead to posting YouTube videos. So I wanted to maybe get some skills so I can maybe leave my job one day and help work with her.
Now, if you work at the same company as Tyler, this is no time soon. Don't worry, he's not running away.
Yeah. It's all hypothetical.
Yeah. And first things first, thank you for saying wife and not partner. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So that's cool. So it was kind of a combination of a topic you obviously feel.
So if I was creating a channel, what was I going to talk about? That was the first big decision. And
was it going to be a cooking show?
Well, it was going to be sports or Star Wars. The two things I feel most comfortable talking about confidently.
You're kind of like a unicorn that way. Most people, it's like sports or Star Wars.
Yeah. But like there's tons of obviously good Star Wars channels, but there's a lot of good sports channels where the person is maybe a former player or coach and they just know way more than I ever would, and I really enjoy watching them. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go the Star Wars route. And at the time, I was playing, I still do. I play a mobile game, Star Wars Galaxy Heroes.
Yep.
And there was kind of a niche topic that I was doing in the game that wasn't widely out there. So I was like, you know what? That's a perfect way to start. And if you go back and look at my first video, it's probably the worst thing you'll ever see in your life. It's literally...
What was the topic? What do you remember specifically the topic?
Yeah, it's like Fleet Arena. Everyone hates ships, and it's how to like beat a certain meta ship with ones that aren't as widely used.
All right.
And literally no voiceover. And I think it's the first two videos I did similarly, and I did like text explaining. Like that's how uncomfortable I was about posting. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it out there. And my channel, if you go back to that video, it wasn't even called Rogue Leader. It was called Rebel Tactics. And I think it took 2 videos
to gas that idea.
To get that out there and switch it up just a little bit.
Okay, so how many videos have you posted in 6 months?
I think I'm up to around 80.
And you have a wife and 2 kids. 80, yeah. You need to work more. Yeah. That's probably what's happening.
And
again, it's not that is it full time? Anyway. Yeah. Okay, so now on to specific videos. Yeah. Is there a video you made that you thought was going to be a banger? Like you thought this was going to be it. This is the one that's going to blow up. And you looked at it a week later and it was an absolute utter disappointment.
Yeah, so...
Other than everything that has me in it.
So I guess being naive to YouTube and knowing nothing about it, right? Knowing nothing about SEO optimization, how to market your stuff, how to like target niche markets, stuff like that. I just thought if you put out a cool video, everyone would just find it and love it.
That's not how it works?
And no, apparently not. And apparently what's cool to me might not be cool to 90% of the people out there. So one of the first videos I made was the Wedge and Tilly's A Star Wars Story. And there's...
That's because you have a massive man
I know, I love Wedge, but apparently no one else searches for him. But on top of that, I actually did a little research for this. I wanted to first see, has there been a Wedge video? And I think there's 2 or 3 that I saw come up when I was doing my deep dive, and they were made a long time ago. And
in a galaxy,
one was okay, 2 weren't that great, and they didn't include footage from the Rise of Skywalker, which Wedge was cameoed in. I'm like, okay, I have an opportunity to do a new and improved Wedge cut up, and I had an idea of a story like I kind of wrote like a little script in my head about like it would be about, you know, well, you start showcasing how the Empire is so strong, and I did the big 3 threats, right? The Death Stars, the walkers on Hoth, and then the Final Order fleet.
Yeah,
because those are all the battles Wedge was involved in. You know, you start off with the rebels taking off, going to go to the fight, and then during the music I selected, there's a period that sounds kind of dark and suspenseful, and that's where I would show them getting their butts kicked. And then once it picks back up, it'd be nothing but triumph. Wedge coming in, owning, blowing everything up. I thought it was great. The problem is that I found out so when I made the title of the video and everything like that and posted it, I went, okay, and then it got no views. Like literally got maybe like 3 views over the first couple days. I'm like, what is happening? I went and YouTube searched the exact title of my video. I had to scroll through probably 400 videos until I found it. So
if you want to be the 5th viewer, we're going to post a link right now to what that looks like.
So to me, again, I still think it's a good video. It's just hard to find, and people might not be that interested in Wedge.
People just don't love Wedge.
Well, I remember there's a Danger Zone X-Wing video that was going around the same time.
Oh, it's incredible. The 2 greatest things in history. Yeah. Star Wars and Top Gun.
Yeah. So I'm like, if that cut up of X-Wings to Danger Zone could do, you know, don't know what it's at now, but it was in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
Yeah.
Why can't a cut up of Wedge set to similar thematic, awesome music not do as good?
Well, because Wedge Antilles is not played by Tom Cruise. Although, if we could work on that, if we could get Tom Cruise to play Wedge Antilles in like an alternate universe, it might do well.
So at the end of the day, you know, it's, as a new YouTuber, it is extremely hard to find a topic that's trending that people want to see, and to be able to find a niche on how to market it to actually get views. Okay. So that'd be
your biggest, the one you thought was a banger gonna die.
I thought I was on my way to stardom after my 4th video, and it was a giant wake up call that that's not how this works.
All right. So conversely, what was a video? And I mean, I know this answer, but I am curious to hear the story behind it. The video that you just thought was going to be ho hum. That blew up. I'm going to assume it's your Mace Windu video. I mean, last time I checked, it had 18,000 views, which is, quite frankly, man, as a dude from Guelph, Ontario, that is an accomplishment in a sea of 21,000 views. Man, that's amazing. So tell me about the video. Tell me where the idea came from, and maybe just share your thoughts on if it was a surprise to you and how much of a surprise it was that it went so crazy.
Yeah, so the background on my Mace Windu video. So, randomly, the idea came to me. I think I was sleeping at night with a little insomnia. Yeah. And I just thought, you know what? Let's try a different take on a video. Let's try to tell a story or answer a question in a kind of a conspiracy video type of way. Everyone loves a good conspiracy. And if you...
On the internet?
And you know about YouTube... Answering a question like how to do this or did this happen tends to be a highly searched thing because people want to know, right?
Fair, yeah.
And to me, I always thought Mace Windu survived, or I thought there's elements around his demise that were a little fishy, wishy-washy. Okay. You know, if you go by the Game of Thrones theory, if there's no body on the screen, that character could be alive.
Fair.
So I wrote out a script, like what can I show from the Star Wars universe and apply it to Mace to show he survived. And I wanted to do it by grabbing audio clips from different scenes in Star Wars to narrate the story. So I literally whipped it together in one day. I find whenever I get the brainworm idea, I just have to do it. If I wait on too long, I'll just lose interest. And I whipped it together one day. Loved it. I tried to get it shorter and shorter because people's attention spans suck. So I think it clocks in at under 4 minutes. It's like 3:50 or something like that.
Yep.
Posted it. Didn't do well the first day. That next day I posted it on Reddit. I wrote the whole theory out, posted a link on video, and Reddit, I think I got a quick 60 views. And then for the next 2 months, the video did squat. I'll post a B-roll here of the analytics for it. And then all of a sudden, you know, it started getting 1, 2, 3 views a day. 3, 4, 5 views a day, and then just randomly one day just went nuclear for my channel anyways.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it hasn't stopped. Like, I know it's only at.
Do you think? Yeah. Hold on. Do you think that engaging the Reddit community has been positive for the videos?
Yeah, if you have to know the right way to do it, but it's been positive. But the Reddit community didn't really, like, it gave me the initial 100 views, but after that, the video went dormant, essentially. And what I didn't know or understand at the time was Mace Windu being alive or dead actually has become kind of a hot topic subject in Star Wars.
Could not agree more.
Like, people are wondering, was he going to be the Jedi to come in and save Grogu? Like, there's all these theories, like, where's Mace Windu coming? People want Mace Windu to come back so he can fight Boba Fett, so Boba Fett can get that revenge for his father's death. Like, there's all this dialogue and theories going crazy about Mace Windu, and my video, by accident, was set up to tell how he survived on how these stories could be told. Mm-hmm. And I tagged it all niche-wise, like, Mace Windu's alive, did Mace Windu survive, like, all the questions about Mace Windu. Yep. And now when I click my video, I'm ranked number 1 or 2 in every single tag on that video.
It's wild.
So now, like, if Mace Windu ever does get confirmed as he actually did survive, like, that video will probably go, like, absolutely skyrocket on my channel, which is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just finished 2020.
Yeah.
We got to see The Mandalorian. I think that was the only new Star Wars property.
Yeah.
2021, nothing really happens until towards the end of the year, correct?
Yes.
So what does 2021 look like for the Rogue Leader? What do you got cooking? What are you thinking? How are you going to entertain all 4 of the people that watch these? Until you see the next Star Wars property release?
Yeah, it's a good question, and it's if you've been following my channel, I don't want to say it's all over the place, but I've been trying to make a wide range of videos to try to fill different niches, just to get more eyes on some of the core stuff I do.
Yeah,
I really enjoy collaborations. Like, the stuff where you and me talk.
He's just saying that.
No. Well, and I've had guests from Star Wars Guru and from my buddy Waller. Like, I really enjoy talking with people about Star Wars. I feel we can have fun. I love that it's unscripted, kind of all in the moment.
Yeah.
A lot of Star Wars out there is really serious and dry. So I like this different approach. And to me, I enjoy doing it, and I think it fills a little bit of a niche. But saying that, these aren't my most successful videos or as widely watched.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
In a way. And if you don't mind me jumping in on this, like, you watch a bunch of Star Wars content on YouTube. I admit I watch a bunch of Star Wars content on YouTube. And nobody else really does the collab thing. I've always kind of poked fun when you and I have been hanging out that, I literally, other than maybe 1 or 2 people, I have no idea what they look like.
Yeah.
It's all B-roll and voice.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that there can be some back and forth dialogue. It is
if I see
interesting but not surprising that these are not your most successful, because I think people are viewers, and we're all guilty of it, is we're so kind of framed into seeing that I want to watch clips from the video and I want to see someone talk about it.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting to see if over time that shifts, where you have more YouTubers jump on who want to collab, who want to have people on. It's almost like a hybrid kind of podcast idea. And this obviously is a bit of a new scene and set for us. And I like the idea of being able to sit around some sort of a table and have a drink and have microphones on and kind of debate it back and forth.
And to your point, it is kind of like a hybrid podcast, because I find, podcasts are great, but there's so many of them. And a lot of people don't have the time or attention span to listen to a full pod.
Nope.
If I can condense that down into a 5 to 10 minute video, with some good active dialogue to get the point across, and then, throw in some clips there to really drive home what we're talking about.
Yeah. Or our new fancy green screen we can run in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I enjoy that setup, and regardless of how it does, that's what I want to keep doing. So you're going to expect a lot of that, to continue, whether it's, you me doing reviews, reactions, collabs on theories, topics, whatever's trending, just sit down and talk Star Wars. And then, I do enjoy doing the Rogue Leader edits, and whenever I get a good idea in my mind, I'll probably feel compelled to make those.
Okay.
And then, maybe some this and that there. The tricky one for me is, I like I said, mentioned earlier, my first couple of videos were from the mobile game SWGOH Heroes.
Yeah.
I have one that's out now where I'm like, I'm going to put a lot of effort in this one, tag it a little differently, and it's done very well. It went over 10,000 views.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's, for my channel, like, sensational. I went in the analytics. I've gained, like, 60 subscribers just from that video.
So there's an opportunity with gaming.
Yeah, so to me, it's like,
do you see yourself diving into Squadrons at all? Like Squadrons, a new game?
I don't know.
I did pick it up.
Yeah.
I have maybe stick around for a couple minutes and play it after the video. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm pretty sure your boy Wedge is in there running around. And
the one thing I've heard is some people who cover Star Wars Galaxy Heroes left for Squadrons, and after a while, they've come back. So I feel like the viewership hasn't been as good. I'll have to look into it. But what I would say is I'm by no means like this top tier gamer who is always going to be chasing the meta and will be always showcasing the new stuff. There's already tons of guys who do that, who have massive audiences. Yep. I'm never going to be at that level. I'm never going to spend money on the game. You know what I mean? So if I'm going to put out a video for it, it has to be really well thought out where I think that there's a need for it. So even though that video has been super successful, I don't want to force myself, I got to put out that kind of content now because that's where my bread's buttered. So I will, if you're watching this and you play that game and you want more of that from me, you will see more videos. Just don't expect them every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. But when they do come out, I'm hoping they'll be high quality and, worth your time.
Fair. And just kind of before we leave this topic, you kind of alluded to something, and I didn't realize how important what I'm about to say was until I started being on this side of it. Mm-hmm. I don't think for the first 10 years of watching YouTube that I ever commented on a YouTube video. And now starting to understand a little bit, and not a ton by any means, but to understand like the back end and the analytics and what positive things can happen from dialogue and comments. If there's content that you want to see the Rogue Leader put out, I really strongly encourage you to take that moment and post that on YouTube. Number one, it helps out kind of the analytics in the background and helps it get seen more, but it also does provide feedback. Like obviously Tyler looks at his, on my channel, I look at mine. And if there's specific things you want to see, like specific games, stuff you want to see him goof around with in 2021, do not be afraid to take a moment and post that. Obviously, neither of us who are ever gonna reply with something that's unprofessional or ungentlemanly. Yeah. But it is, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but it is crucial that if people have some feedback or have a suggestion or have something they want to see, even if it's something that they haven't seen on YouTube and you haven't put out yet, don't be afraid to drop it in the comments. I mean,
so far,
happy to produce
everything
it, right?
that I've put out has come from in here, or maybe a suggestion from you. So if there's, exactly. If someone's dying to see something, or you just have feedback in general, like please leave it, because that helps me redirect where my focus should be going.
Yep.
And of course, like I said, the comments and likes and stuff like that obviously help.
That's huge. Huge.
Helps the videos in my channel get ranked higher, so for more eyes. But yeah.
All right. Well, for Get from Fabulous Flix and Tyler the Rogue Leader, I want to thank everybody who has watched the collaborations. Obviously, man, I'm super excited at what you've been doing, and I really appreciate the fact that you've included me. It's been a lot of fun and has helped me, even my own little channel that I like to goof around with. So I really appreciate it. All the best in 2021 and look forward to more of these.
Yep.
Cheers.
Happy New Year in 2021. Look forward for more content coming soon.